Yeah.
Sammy, really shattering news for him. Can you talk us through what happened and just where it's at now?
Yeah, just a simple drill that we do each week, and left v right, and there's always going to be contact in those, but got a knock, thought it was going to be okay, and kept going, and got another knock on it, and sort of went, oh, maybe this isn't right, and then had more trouble catching the ball, and went and got an x-ray, and was a crack. So not ideal. Most likely we'll get operated on in the next sort of 24 hours, and then start the repair. So not ideal, but that's contact sport sometimes.
I can only imagine how excited he was for this week. What can you say to him in a situation like this?
Oh, Sammy's pretty good with his attitude towards those things. He knows he's been ready. He's obviously played last week, getting excited about playing, and then we had a similar one with Rob Toyer last year, similar, coming back from the knee and had a broken jaw from training. So that's life. Sometimes Sammy knows that the next game's not that far away, and gives him some more time to work on that leg strength. So take it for what it is, and move on.
4 weeks, Robbo, with this team?
Yeah, I think so. Usually I got between 4 and 8 I got given. So we'll see, depending on when he goes in and how much movement they need to secure and all of that in the thumb. So we'll see.
I guess on the plus side, another chance for Sam Smith and Hugo to start in the halves. Can you just talk about how you've seen their season so far, those two?
Yeah, it's been great. That was the difficult thing this week, was these guys have been leading the way really well. Obviously all of them are going to play, but it's just back to normal transmission as it's been for the last couple of months for us, and those guys are really clear on how their game is and how we want to play. So move on and get ready to go.
We saw Hugo was named in the halves next to Sam on Tuesday, but are you open to sort of experimenting with that combination and maybe chucking Sam in for a start once Sam is ready, or are you pretty set on Hugo?
That's 4 to 8 weeks away, so I'm focused on Hugo and Sam at half and 5/8. So that's we're pretty clear on those two playing and what their roles are, and it's been what you've seen over the last couple of months. So looking forward to it.
I was going to ask something to that effect, Robbo. Just with Sam's injury, from a coach's perspective, I imagine that you're used to rolling with the punches, but what is the perspective of just kind of adapting and coming up?
Yeah, that's this is rugby league, and this is our sport. We train with a squad of sort of 37, 38, so you want to keep as a consistent side as possible. That cohesion that you get from that's really important. But we do play a contact sport, so it does change often, and we've had to do that for many years. We've had to adapt, but then also you can feel really sorry for someone and what happens if he was able to play and all that, and then you have to stop that pretty quickly and have pure belief in what's possible and the direction that you're going, and that's what you do. You walk in, these guys are used to it, they get back in and go, let's go, what's next? Let's get on with the 17 that are going to play.
A bit of a mixed bag of the Origin contingent for you guys. How's it been?
With the Queensland and New South Wales boys, I thought good showing from our guys. It's always good to welcome them back in and congratulate New South Wales boys, and then also the Queensland boys. Robbie, his first game, was really proud of him. So it's a really good time of year. People have different opinions on this time of year, but guys get more time, guys get their debuts, and we get to celebrate Roosters guys doing some really good things in our pinnacle of the sport in State of Origin. So we just embrace it. It's a little bit more chaotic, the day-to-day on people coming in and out, and it's a great middle part of the season.
What's been, just looking ahead to this week, what's been the main work-ons for the Knights? You've mentioned before they're quite an aggressive energy up there in Newcastle.
Yeah, love the crowd. We spoke about the love of footy that they have up there, and the respect that we'll show them as well. The crowd and the way that you should play the game in Newcastle. So we openly talk about that. So we're looking forward to going up the road and playing some footy in a rugby league town. And then, it has been about us getting guys in different positions back in and playing our game, but also having an eye to the opposition and what they've been doing and what they've been sort of working towards over the last month as well.
Robbo, your last round of Origin footy was a pretty memorable night for the club up there on the Central Coast. What do you do this week to get that same performance out of those young players?
First thing is you can't repeat anything, so you don't search for what was, but you can. There is a way to sort of have the energy that you have in these weeks. So we don't speak about that, but there is a pure belief in what's possible in the players coming in the way that we want to play, in the excitement around guys getting more game time. And then you do have to have an eye to the opposition, but then you bottle it back down to what's the Roosters' best footy and how are we going to play that. And so, looking forward to playing again. And I know the Origin boys really enjoyed watching last time, and we need to work really hard to give them that opportunity again to enjoy watching us play.
Robert, you mentioned the chaos of the Origin period before. I think you guys are one of only 3 clubs that don't get a bye before any of these games. Do you have a view on that? Because I think sometimes you get 2 byes in this period.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the first thing is not to complain about it, because otherwise that sets a negative energy towards what's possible. So I won't be doing that. But then it is, I guess it's more of a question for, we're an uneven competition. At some point I think we'll get to an even competition. It may not be within that year, but it should be over a rolling period of 3 to 5 years where you can even out the competition. So I don't mind if this is the year that we're going to have 3, then so be it. But then that may not happen for another 5 years. Next year we might get 1. If there's some consistency in that, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to be a bit more transparent with how we even the competition over a period of time.
There's been a lot of talk across the game this week about 18th man in Origin and the eligibility around playing in that NRL round before. Do you have an opinion on that?
We had a bit of it last year where we even had 19th and 20th men go in and they weren't used, but then they don't get paid either for that. It's I think there could be an improved system around that. I know players. I didn't know you couldn't be ineligible and then play on that weekend. I think there's enough this week in saying just clear that up. Just make sure that we clear that up so it's clean for every team. It's not done behind closed doors and there's like a lot of questioning about, hang on, how can someone say no and then someone say yes, and are they going to play this weekend but they can't. It's just it needs to be a little bit more clear for everybody in the game.
We've got Dom Young playing against Newcastle. Obviously there's been a little bit of chat about whether he might rejoin them. Have there been any updates on your end there?
Yeah, I think there'll be an update after the game. Obviously looking forward to Dom playing this weekend, and he's been really good with that, but also June 30's coming up, so that'll be made clear on Monday.
Could this be his last game for the Roosters?
Possibly, yeah.
Is it a shame, I guess, that he had some really good moments in his
career? That's footy, isn't it? That's life, and we're really, we've talked about him and going back up there and playing this weekend, and we're looking forward to him donning that jersey this weekend, and him and Mark on the right. So looking forward to that.
Robert, Sammy having surgery today, or has had surgery?
No, hasn't had it, but he'll either have it. He should possibly have it tonight.
We did touch on it before when you mentioned his outlook, but just specifically on that, like how has he responded to that? How does he feel, obviously, about the setback? Yeah,
I spoke to him obviously afterwards, and then I spoke to him again last night, and he was, as Sammy is, he's always on the positive side. He's always, he's quite a mature guy when it comes to that. And he's like, okay, well that's the way it is, and okay, well I'll get training done. He's a glass half full guy.